Tuesday. Yes, we're back here with another fabulous episode. And I am your host, Andrew Foster, and I'm joined virtually this time across in a different classroom by Mr. Sivia. Our fantastic team are going to bring you news from all around the globe. So let's see what's going on in Newsday Tuesday. Ooh, there's a bit of a chill in the air. And why is there a chill in the air this week? Well, let me tell you. We're off to Antarctica. Why Antarctica of all places? We want to see some penguins. Why penguins? Because Miss Curly loves penguins. Actually, that's not the reason, but she does love penguins. You see, we're off to Antarctica because a study has just come out with some fantastic news. You see, if we manage to get through the scientific proposal that's currently happening in Antarctica, it is to protect the marine life that is out there. It's suggested that if the conservation area is actually able to be put in place across Antarctica, there will be a massive impact, not just for penguins, but for all the species that live there. You see, if the scientific proposal goes forward, Antarctica will have a huge amount of protected areas, 63 extra spaces that will protect the wildlife that is there. You see, penguins, seals, whales, all being protected by the ecosystem that is running there. And if it becomes a permanent protected area, they will see growth between 49% to 100% growth of those species. So we really need to start looking after our planet. Now, I know since Miss Curly has heard the word penguins, she's probably going to want to see some penguins. So let's see some penguins in action right now. Oh, weren't those penguins cute? I guess we need to pick up a penguin. Last week it was bubbles. This week it is soap. Yes, Newsday Tuesday brings you another world record attempt. David Rush and his mate decided they were going to take on the challenge to stack the most soap bars possible in one go. They got 60 seconds to do it, and the bars of soap had to be submersed in water for a minute before they stacked them. Can you believe that these men have broken 150 Guinness World Records in total, and they are trying to promote STEM education to try and get more of you into doing world record attempts and using science at the same time? Let's go over now to see that fantastic moment in action where they try to break that world record.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, don't touch it unless you need to. It's coming this way, we need to push this way. You're touching it.
Come down lower.
This way now.
50.
And another massive round of applause for David Rush and John Hannon, who managed to break the world record with 47 wet soap bars stacked on top of each other there. An incredible world record attempt. And now Now to national news, and we go to York this week, where they got themselves in a bit of a sticky situation. You see, a hotel owner had been hearing this noise going on for 2 days. Every time they were in the kitchen, they could hear this squeak, this sound of an animal. So they called the RSPCA. When the RSPCA turned up, they could clearly tell it was a sign. It was an owl in the vent. Turned out the owl had been sucked into the kitchen's extractor fan, and unfortunately it got stuck there with all the sticky oil and grease that had been in the air. RSPCA were quick to act though and got the bird out, checked it over, and then gave it a thorough clean in fairy washing up liquid. Once its wings were all clean and fine, it was then taken to a nearby reserve called Rydale Rehab, where the bird was given the opportunity to get back to full strength. Do not panic though, I've got a picture of the owl right here, and as you can see, feathers clean and raring to go. I guess you can say, after all owl is said and done, that is one lucky bird. Sticking with national news now, switching from hotels to restaurants. Yes, would you like the opportunity to be served by a robot? Yes, a robot. Well, maybe not these types of robot, but more like these types of robots, or this type of robot. Well, you can have the opportunity if you go down to Haezong Lao Hot Pot and Barbecue Restaurant. Yes, they're looking for the opportunity to have the first robot servers. They're currently in a little bit of a battle with the council to see if they can get this done, but if it goes through, robot servers, incredible, an opportunity to be served by a robot. Now, it's already been happening in China and Japan, and we've got a video to show you what it could look like, that experience of being served by robots. Here we go. Opportunity to be served by robots. Well, I served a robot once, and the droid was really excited with the meal until he took a bite.
And in local news, it snowed! Salisbury has been blanketed. Oh, it's melting. It's melting! Here, a robin enjoying the snow. And here, a little snow baby, which hopefully will survive a few more days. This dog going out to do its business. Remember, avoid that yellow snow. And this cheeky chap was really enjoying the snow. So you have a picture here of the Salisbury Cathedral being dusted with icing sugar. And finally, an early morning shot of the railway station.
The best of athleticism. A true competition. It's teacher versus teacher, and we're back. This week it is myself taking on Mr. Sivia and a challenge he has set. The rules are clear. There is a 2-table distance, and I must bounce a bouncy ball with 1 bounce into the pot that he has chosen. Can I do it? Can he do it? How many attempts will it take? This is teacher versus teacher.
Double bounce. Too light.
It's gotta go in. Oh! One bounce into the pot.
Oh, it's got a bounce.
1 bounce into the pot.
Oh.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable skills! It's much harder than it looks to play that game, and I can't believe that Mrs. Weeks just there, single shot. Incredible talent in comparison to myself and Mr. Sivier's gamemanship there. It just shows that you just have to have the eye of the tiger when it comes to bouncing a ball into that pot.
Hello everyone, it's Mr. Crabtree here with your school news update. I'm pleased to inform you that everyone is learning really well. You are still keeping learning at home and being independent learners. Now, on that note, Year 3 and 4 are trialling Google Classroom next week. So please make sure that you get your log on from Miss Dickinson and Mr. Thomas and have a go. Tell us what you think. We need your help.
Let's take an opportunity this week to pop over and see Mr. Thomas and see what fantastic entertainment he's got on offer.
Okay, so this week I've been told I need to talk alongside this. Not quite sure why. But the one thing that people always ask me is how to get good at drawing. It's really boring answers. The answer is practice. When I was in primary school, I would spend hours and hours drawing Bart Simpson. But we're not going to do that today. So when I do my drawings, I tend to do this. Get a red pen or a blue pen and just do a rough outline of what I'm sketching. You can probably pick up what I'm drawing here. And this is what I call the ugly sketch. Never looks that good. It's just about rough lines and trying to gauge where you're going to do it, and then on the tablet or whatever I'm using I tend to drop it down so it fades away a bit and then start using darker lines to try and do the finished drawing. So you can see here I'm just sorting out lines on the face and the mouth. This will give away which turtle I'm doing here, if you know your turtles anyway. The cool one. So when I'm drawing bits on body, things like this, I tend to try and draw the things that are furthest or closest to you when you're looking at it. So the hands go first and then the belt buckle and then his chest and then body and things. So I work from front to back. Can never decide on eyes, but once I have decided on the eyes, I tend to get a picture up to help me with the colours, and then I quickly colour it in. It's my least favourite part of drawing. Most of you that have seen my drawings or in my class, if you've seen me draw before, tend to leave most of them black and white because I hate colouring in. I definitely do it a messy way, you can see on here. So if you want to have a go at drawing this, Raphael or whatever turtle you like, ask your teacher to slow down the video and you can see if you can follow along with all the steps that I've taken. And there it is, the finished one.
Welcome to the sporting news. Frank Lampard has been sacked by Chelsea after 18 months in charge. The former midfielder has only won 2 of his last 8 Premier League games. And the sacking comes less than 24 hours after their win against Luton in the FA Cup. And Lampard leaves the team 9th in the Premier League on 29 points. That's 5 places and 3 points worse off than at the same point last season. And that current slump in form is despite a £153 million outlay on new players, including Timo Werner, Ben Chilwell and Thiago Silva, who they bought in a free but on a massive wage packet. And I can tell you on breaking news that Thomas Tuchel will become the next Chelsea manager, replacing Frank Lampard.
Well, that has been Newsday Tuesday. This has been the news. We will be back, same time, same channel, same place, bringing you all the news you need on Newsday Tuesday.